Hi, everyone. I'm Jason Park. I'm the Director of Business Development at Bittrex Global and the host of our. And David Liendo is a backend engineer at ETHA Lend. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me today. We're super excited about our partnership and really to learn more about the token today.
Thank you, Jason, for having us. Yeah, as you said, Felipe, CTO of ETHA Lend, and we're here with David.
Thank you, Jason, for this opportunity with Bittrex. And I'm a backend engineer at ETHA Lend.
Great. So let's get started. For our AMAs, we source questions from both our Bittrex Global and the broader crypto communities regarding the listings. So let's dive right in. So to kick things off, we always like to keep it light and to learn a little bit about our guests and hear your story. So can you tell our audience about what kind of gave you the idea on creating this project? We can, Felipe, if you don't mind starting.
Sure. Yeah. So basically, we're focused on DeFi right now. Normally, DeFi is very fragmented, so people, especially new users, face a high complexity when they need to start finding the best yields, finding the best opportunities. There are many chains, there are many products out there, different risks also. So it's very fragmented, and sometimes users need the barrier to start investing in risk, not risk free, but low risk investments is very high. So we want to provide to users a product where they can basically go to one single place, to our website, and from there they can invest in different opportunities without needing to leave and jump from one site to another. Maybe some sites need users to provide liquidity in one site, then go to another site and stake the liquidity. And so that complexity is what gave us the idea that we needed a product where we offer users a one to go site where they can basically do everything from investing or just holding their assets, maybe portfolio management, make swaps, and also about the complexity about transactions, amount of transactions. So normally users need to reach an investment, the end of an investment, they need to do multiple steps. So we wanted to offer a product where we want to one single transaction to make an investment, where beneath that transaction users can see that a lot of things are happening in the background, but it seems very easy for them. So they don't need to make swap, approve, and then invest, add liquidity and all those things. But this only happens in the background, and we provide the solution that we gave to users is that each user deploys a smart contract, where we call it ETHA Smart Wallet. So each user has a smart contract, and by using a smart wallet, basically we can automate and let's say chain a lot of actions in the same transaction. So they have a lot of benefits by doing that, because they just need to do one single transaction to make complex actions. So that's basically the main goal of what we want to achieve. I don't know if David, you want to add something there?
Well, you said it pretty clearly, to take off the weight from the user, because it's very fragmented to getting to invest inside crypto. And through the smart wallet, as Felipe said, it makes it very easy. And you have the amplified security, because the transaction, you are not doing it manually. There are contracts doing it for you. There are really good strategies. You can check out the strategies and have better return from your investments. So yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it's, as engineers yourselves, you don't want the retail guys really knowing what's happening on the background. you want that process to be, very easy for retail to just come in and transact and not really, they don't really need to understand the mechanics of it. And that's what, obviously good engineers like yourselves do. So that's very interesting to hear. And also curious to hear about, what your previous experiences are, what kind of industries your C-level members are coming from. Crypto has become so diverse that it's not just, coming from traditional banking or from the tech part. So interested to kind of hear that side of your team as well.
Sure. Like I started like back in 2017. Like I'm a mechatronic engineer, and so it's not specifically like computer science, but it has a lot to do with it. And like I honestly like got out of this school and university, and I just jumped into DeFi and into crypto. Like, of course, I didn't jump into development just right away, but I started like just trading. I guess a lot of people that go into crypto just started like just trading and holding assets. But then I got into smart contract development, so I started like developing like just simple like tokens or projects. I got into like teaching also, so I also work in the Ivan Tech Academy and in the Morales team. So I also work in like freelancing a little bit at the beginning, then working with an office of developers in Venezuela and in England. And yeah, doing like basically supporting other developers in terms of like we wanted to offer like a one to go place that users like the clients can like I don't know ask for products from NFTs projects, simple NFT projects, or just more complex financial projects. But we like the main idea is that I'm always been in the part of smart contract development in DeFi specifically. Of course, like I don't know if everybody in crypto owns some NFTs now and then and just play with it a little bit. But I landed into ETHA in the ETHA team. Like I actually didn't start from the beginning, but since then I have been like CTO and just exploring DeFi opportunities. I'm a person that likes to explore like I don't know how you call it a degen in DeFi. So I'm always looking for new opportunities, new strategies in different chains. I'm always jumping from chain to chain, just finding the best opportunity. I was in Wi-Fi token at the beginning. I remember I actually farmed like 3 or 4 Wi-Fi tokens in a week. It was so crazy, and now I cannot believe that what the price is right now. So I'm always exploring like new opportunities. Of course, with we don't offer like degen stuff like high degen stuff in ETHA. We want to provide actually like low risk like investments.
Sure.
And we don't like just integrate any protocol. Like we just want to provide like protocols that have existed like for a while and protocols that have like proved that they are like worth the time to integrate and provide the opportunity to the users. So yeah, and basically like that's my background until today. And yeah, David, feel free to
my background is from electrical engineering, so there they teach you some low level programming, really low level. So the thing is, in Venezuela there have been many issues socially, economically. We even one of the countries that have the most acceptance of crypto use because of that. So I started to learn how to code, and I got into one of the academies that Felipe taught. And in fact, he was the one who taught me the basics of smart contract development. And well, he's kind of a crypto guru. So yeah, I mean, seriously, he knows so much about so many projects and so many investments. So and well, inside the ETHA team, they gave me the opportunity to grow. And well, you see this thing that's needed, okay, go ahead, go and do it. And well, I've grown into really deep coding, like in many chains. We are preparing in investment in multiple chains, and not only Polygon. And right now, that will be kind of my background. Yeah, electrical engineer,
Sure.
then going to smart contracts, and yeah, that's it.
Got it. Yeah, and appreciate you guys sharing that. I've just, obviously I speak to a lot of people, but it's very interesting to hear where they're coming from. A lot of it, they started kind of as a hobby, passion / side job, and it just continued growing, and their passion grew as well, and it became a full-time job. They launched great projects, so it's always very interesting to hear kind of how you started. So appreciate the story. And also, why the name ETHA Lend? What's kind of the story behind choosing that name?
Okay, so well, the ETH part, we actually, we're live in Polygon right now, but the idea was to launch at the beginning was in Ethereum.
Mm.
So we actually deployed some contracts, and the token, of course, was also launched in Ethereum, but then we just moved to Polygon because of the high fees that we experienced when we're going to launch. Actually, the exact name, I guess, to Danny and Chester, which are co-founders of ETHA, that because I actually arrived to ETHA a little bit after the project was built, but he mentioned about ETHA being a word that signifies noble, and we wanted to make it a global and transparent protocol that acts that people can access and feel free and feel secure to invest in. The project started with ETHA Remit, actually, about remittances, but then of the complexity of remittances and dealing with fiat, and then we move into the only crypto part, and lending protocols were our first focus. So we wanted to provide agnostic yield optimizer, where we wanted for users to land in one side and being able to invest in different lending protocols, but they don't need to actually go into details, basically, because users that want to invest, want to lend some money or earn interest, they need to go to different sites to check what is the best yield, but also they don't know that, okay, the yield can be higher in one side, but tomorrow the yield is better in another side. So we also wanted to incorporate historical data into the decision making of the users. So we provide all this data. So that's the lending part. But we will talk about that it didn't stay on lending. We actually move into more other things later on.
Sure. So you guys really did, think about choosing a good name for your token, and not just, choose from a food category like a lot of other projects are doing.
Another sushi.
Yeah.
And they have a really good story. The founders, Chester and Danny, they come from. There are tons of immigrants from Africa, so they saw from personally the need to give the people the possibility to invest easily, and they've been working from that from quite a few years now. ETHA is the ultimate product after many times they tried.
Sure. Well, I guess as a follow-up to that, so can you talk a little bit about your team's roadmap for the future before we kind of get into the specifics? What are some of the milestones that you guys are looking to hit this year, and as well as kind of the long-term plan of 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, sure. Basically short term, we're in the process of launching ETHA Lend, V2. The V2 involves a an improvement in the tokenomics of the token. Like until now, we have been just like a simple like DeFi token and users earning our token products that we have, but we want to go into like ETHA Lend v2 in terms of changing the way that users earn our token by incorporating the VE token. So the VE token allows people to lock ETHA, and like we will provide like some information about the VE token itself. But the VE token is one of the short terms like milestones, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The complex evolve we have some vaults right now. So vaults are basically like products where users invest in right now is an LP token, and we provide like an automation of harvesting the rewards and swapping the rewards for a volatile asset. So imagine like normally you find the reward vaults in DeFi where users just invest like an LP token and they earn the same LP token, but we wanted to provide a different like product where users can invest in the LP token. Maybe the LP token is a stable, both are stable coins, but every time that you collect the earnings, we swap them for a volatile asset like ETH, Bitcoin, Link, Aave. So basically you are DCAing every day because you're market buying with your rewards, you're market buying a volatile asset. So that's like a different product when you see. We actually want to, in the short term, we want to do more complex strategies. We just don't want to just harvest the rewards and swap them. We actually want to do maybe incorporate some leverage positions. Like you can, like normally as a DeFi user, maybe not a started DeFi user, but as an experienced DeFi user, you invest in lending protocols so that you can lend, like borrow some money from them. And with that money, you put them to work again. So like maybe you put them into a different like investment opportunity to maximize your yield. So you're basically playing with borrowed money, but you know that you will make more yield than what you have to pay back to the lending protocol. So
Sure.
we want to focus also on those that provide
Complex
users
investments.
like complex strategies, complex evolved strategies. Like evolved is ETHA Vault, just so you know that for those of you that don't know what an evolved is. So it's our like branding of vaults.
Got it. And I guess to get into the specifics, can you also talk about the tokenomics of the VE token as well?
Yeah, sure. David, like you want to answer the question?
All right. Yeah. The VE ETHA is like one of the more important functionalities right now because the V2. And well, a V token is like a vote scroll. These tokens attempt to align the protocol and the token holders' incentives. Those are like more committed to locking up their tokens, are incented to see the protocol succeed. So the V token, what it gives you is like the possibility to vote on what are the next steps on the protocol. And we are not making past mistakes, so we are giving that token a functionality and a value. You hold a percentage of the revenue of the protocol if you hold that token. So it's pretty exciting because it's truly decentralized. That's like the next step of decentralization inside blockchain, like to give the people the say on the direction of the protocol.
Yeah.
So we are implemented that.
Yeah, until now, like we didn't have like any governance like system. So introducing the VE token, basically they allow people to vote on governance proposals with the VE token.
Sure.
Besides that, by locking their ETHA, so we want to like remove ETHA from the market. So we're actually, people can lock up to 3 years their ETHA tokens.
Okay.
And locking their ETHA tokens, they also provide protocol like fees revenue. So all the fees that we're collecting, we are gonna share with the VE stakers. So with the ETHA stakers and the VE token. Besides that, like they also provide a boosted rewards in the e-vaults. So people that are investing in our vaults, and they are also staking ETHA in the VETHA, they also get a boosting up to 3x of the rewards that they get in ETHA tokens. And the voting on the governance part. So every time that you get one VETHA is one vote. And we're gonna start doing governance proposals about which protocols to integrate, which vaults to add, what type of vaults to add. We're gonna focus a lot in vaults and in improving the UI. Basically, also a new short-term goal that we want to add. But this VETHA will change the whole tokenomics about blocking the ETHA, removing from market, removing the sell pressure, and incentivizing long-term holders by also sharing protocol revenue. Basically, that's
sure. And can you just also review how users can access the VE tokens? Is that just through parking the ETHA token on the vault?
Yeah. Our new UI will have a governance tab where users can take their ETHA. So right now, ETHA, you can in the Polygon that we have launched, they can buy it in QuickSwap, basically, and they can stake it. They can stake the ETHA there. They can choose the lockup period, basically. You don't have to lock it for 3 years. There are different amount of locking periods, but the more you lock, the more VETHA tokens you get. So that means more voting, more protocol revenue, more a bigger piece of the pie, basically.
Got it. So it looks like you guys have a lot of new products under development, kind of under the ETHA Lend umbrella. And as engineers yourselves, how does your team kind of ensure the safety and the security aspect of this, right? Because DeFi, this product is also kind of vulnerable in a lot of ways. So how do you guys kind of make sure that you guys are tight on the security aspect of your project?
Yeah. Go ahead.
On the security. Okay, on the security aspect, we really do careful. We test everything thoroughly, and after the inside team tested, it gets audited by an outsider team. Everything gets tested before it even launches, and even after we tested a bit before it launches, before getting it live on the web. And we also reuse code that we know it works. We don't throw something really new and expect it works. No, we test it very thoroughly.
Yeah, about your question, Jason. So we actually I forgot to mention about we're launching ETHA Labs. So that's why we have also, besides this product that we already launched. So we're gonna incubate DAO based DeFi projects. We want to start launching different types of projects. Right now we have the product where users invest, they need to create a smart wallet. Maybe another product that don't involve smart wallets is another idea that we have, but we still we're gonna always think about security. We always not just test one person test, but we also have a bunch of smart contract developers that do peer review and check out each other's code, and of course audits is always a must in DeFi.
Sure. For example, I created one small strategy and I passed it down to Felipe. Felipe reviewed it, and after that, an audit is going to be made on that strategy particularly, and then after that, it's going to be tested again, and it will be deployed.
Sure. And we're certainly on the same page. I mean, we also, as an exchange and as a marketplace for tokens, we pride ourselves on our security and the custody of the assets and things like that. So it's very reassuring to hear from the token team yourselves that you guys are adhering to every protocol that's needed to ensure the safety of your users. So it's very good to hear. we also got a ton of questions from our community around the benefits of holding the token. I know that you guys went into that a little bit. So if there's anything to add, please feel free to share. Another question that I wanted to ask was around the governance rights and how that really works for the token holders.
Yeah, so you mean about like the governance? So yeah, that's what we mentioned about the ETHA token.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're gonna, all people that stake the ETHA are the ones that are gonna receive this like voting power of and voting for the decisions in the governance. Not just the ETHA holders, but the ETHA holders. And to get a good piece of the pie and a good voting power, you need to lock your ETHA for more time. So of course, like if you want the maximum like protocol revenue share, like you want to stake as much ETHA as you can and then lock it for the longer period. 3 years is the maximum period that we're aiming to. So yeah, the incentives, as we mentioned, is about getting a protocol revenue share and also boosted ETHA rewards in the vaults. So vaults, normally you earn like rewards from vaults from volatile assets, but we also provide ETHA incentive rewards for like our ETHA token to to the investors in the vaults. But with the lock-in, so if you collect ETHA tokens from the vaults, from the rewards, or buy some ETHA tokens and stake them, you will like start earning like more yield both in the vaults and in the protocol revenue that we're sharing with the users.
One thing I want to add is that we're giving the governance token an actual value. That was a mistake in other protocols did in the past. But ours have real value, and the user can has that revenue. So the tokenomics is really strong on that side.
Got it.
Yeah, just want to add something there. Like the protocol revenue is not just in ETHA token. So normally you find that people just give rewards in the token itself, in the protocol token, but we actually want to also provide rewards in like the assets that we receive as fees. So we sometimes receive rewards in stable coins or in Matic if we're launching in Polygon or Bitcoin, ETH, these tokens. So we're actually going to share also this with the product in the protocol revenue sharing. We're also going to share those tokens too, not just our token, but the other tokens we receive. And we're also going to start like burning ETHA tokens. We're going to buying back ETHA tokens from the market. So all is focused on improving and making buying pressure out of our token all the time with the V2 that we're going to launch. So
right. Yeah, I mean, just the understanding of that, the tokenomics look really healthy and strong on your side. So that's very good to hear. Another question that we received from our community is around crypto regulation. So one of our users asked, how does the ETHA Lend team feel about the current state of crypto regulation? That's a loaded question for you there. And how do you hope this changes moving forward in the future?
Yeah, David, you want
to? Yeah. Well, coming from my background, I see like many perspectives on that. And one of those is that with crypto regulation, it comes the state. And with the state, it comes the accountability and the responsibility. I mean, people get more of a secure feeling from their investment because nobody can just rug pull everything they have and go away, and nobody's going to chase them. I think that's one of the key points on that. And okay, I get it. We all hate taxes and all of that, but it's necessary for somebody come along and make the law be compliant. And well, in ETHA, we have everything. We are a registered company. We are very transparent, our founders. And I think we got really, really strong part of the legal side of the company.
Yeah, crypto regulation is always like controversial. Like some people say they don't need it. We don't need regulation. Some people say they do. But like I think in the long term, like we want like like in the future, as the question asked, like if we want a long-term sustainability of crypto in the space, like we need some sort of regulation, but like clear paths. Like the bad part about crypto regulation is about like, even if you see what, like if they launch a law or regulation about crypto, like you still don't know if, like in some countries like mine and some like third world countries, like it's not clear. Like it's not clear if you can do it, if you cannot do it still.
Yeah.
Like at least in the, like in other countries in the state, in Europe, in the United States and Europe, it's a little bit more clear, but in other countries it's a little bit like still like waiting for other countries to finally decide what is the path, what is the road.
Right.
But yeah, we do need some sort of regulation. So users are like, if we want mass adoption, I guess like people need to be like let's say calm and safe, that they are investing in things that they're like being like regulated or overseen by some other entity. I guess like that's what we need for the future, so that we can do some adoption.
One other thing is that it bridges finances worlds, bridges the common or classical finance world with the crypto world, and many investors that were not trusting on crypto can come along, and that's a lot of money and opportunities and investment and production and research that's come along with that money. So I think
Sure.
it has strong points. And yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it. And
No, just to add something, like if we want to involve like, yeah, just not traditional markets with DeFi, like that connection is the one that actually needs this crypto regulation. Like if we want ETHA to be a site where you can just want to go side and invest, and like make investments, like if we can also allow people to invest from their bank accounts. And like, I know there are like, of course, products that offer this already, that fiat on ramps and off ramps, but we want to be like clear that people can safely do it, and that they are like calm, that they can like, they are sure that they can invest without not any risk. Of course, DeFi will be always risky, but with no risk, there's no reward. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do agree with you guys on the regulatory clarity. As a company, you like regulation if it's clear. The worst thing that can happen is just unclear kind of regulatory landscape. You can't really plan your future products because you just don't have that regulatory certainty. So 100% agree that we need some sort of clarity on regulation. And I think it also starts from educating the public. That's number one, and also educating the people who are making policy as well. And I think the crypto industry as a whole did a very good job of kind of educating the people, the stakeholders, within the past 2-3 years. I think you made great strides on that. So
yeah, education is very important. Like we want to like start adding some parts about education, maybe some videos, like because ETHA, once people start like using our product and they can see all the different like ways that the complexity is reduced in DeFi by using our product, which is like, I guess like the last part of this like MAAs. Yeah, like go ahead and try the ETHA.
Right.
Try to create a smart wallet. Don't feel like scared that you're deploying a contract. Is totally fine. You can like, of course, like it's a little bit tricky at the beginning because people are used to normal using their wallets in other products without needing to create or to deploy any contract. But yeah, that this will allow people to see how DeFi can be like simplified. You can access like good yields with your money, and with good protocols integrated to us. So yeah.
I completely agree. You first have to really try it out to understand what's going on. I always recommend people who are new to crypto just buy a little bit of Bitcoin, and go through that buying process. You'll educate yourself because you put money in there. But really, having an active approach is kind of the first step. So we're on to our final question already. So what's the best way that our community members can get involved with the ETHA Lend project?
Yeah, so our landing site is ethalend.org, .org, and we have community in Telegram. Basically, we do have a Discord channel that we're gonna start moving a little bit more, and in Twitter, ETHA Lend is also our @ETHA Lend. You can follow us. We do normally do a lot of Medium articles, so we have links to the Medium also site. So in our landing site, you have all the links to this social media, and you can start basically from the landing site. You can just go to the app, give it a try, connect to Polygon. You can connect with Wallet Connect or Unstable domains or MetaMask, browser wallets, deploy your contract. The good thing about Polygon right now is that deploying a contract will cost cents right now. So
pretty cheap.
It's very cheap. And
start investing.
You can use your ETHA Smart Wallet not just for interacting with the protocol. You can just use it for holding your assets. The actual wallet actually can hold also, the contract can also hold NFTs in the future. So we can use the same wallet that users are already deployed to involve projects about NFTs and meta transactions. We also have the ability for users to do meta transactions. So it's very complete. The smart wallet is very complete, and it's complex in the backend, but for the users who want to only show the simple stuff.
Right, exactly.
For example, you can make swaps. You can make 5 swaps in one single transaction
without moving, right there.
So it does reduce a lot of things. So yeah, feel free to go to our landing page, start checking our sites, your articles that we do, and yeah, our app is welcome, and we're free. And feel free to ask questions in the Telegram. Basically, I normally go, and we have a strong support there for people that are checking our product.
Great. Well, thank you both, David and Felipe, for joining us on this AMA today. I'm sure our community learned a lot about the team and the token. I certainly learned a lot about ETHA Lend, and we're very, very excited about continuing our partnership and the future of your team. So really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for having us and giving us the time to explain to the community.
Absolutely. And if our viewers want to learn more about ETHA Lend, please go to ethalend.org. That's www.ethalend.org. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason. Have a great day.